Hi, my name is Valerie Messina, and our daughter Carolyn Messina was a patient with the VNA Hospice. She was having some medical issues and found out that she had a rare form of cancer called leiomyosarcoma, which there was no cure for. There was an experimental program that she went into, but unfortunately she had really bad results from it, and they had to stop it. Carol and I discussed the options, and we chose VNA of Cape Cod Hospice. They gave us all the equipment we needed, the special bed, the special oxygen, the chair to help us get her in and out of bed, the tray, everything that we could possibly need, and was all done ahead so that she didn't have to experience the commotion. They told us we had 24 access to someone without being put on hold. And I said, oh, well, we won't need an emergency. We know Darlene's coming twice a week. We know Laurel's coming twice a week. 3 weekends we had an emergency. And I said, oh, I hope this phone number works. We called the number. A real person answered the phone. Knew as soon as she said, well, what's the patient's name and date of birth? I gave it to her. She said, we know who you are. We'll have what's the emergency? I explained, we'll have somebody there in 20 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it was. But it was so helpful to us to have that connection, to know that there was a lifeline. Before they went up to see her, they would always ask us how we are, how we were doing, could they do anything for us while we were here? And they would tell us, take this time to do something that you need to do. And that was really very helpful. That support meant more to me than any other support that I could have had. And when we got to a point where we weren't comfortable, that's when we talked about the next step, which was to go to the McCarthy Care Center. They were all there waiting for her. They had her beautiful room ready. It was just like she was treated like a queen. And as soon as they got her settled and medicated, it was like a sigh of relief that I wasn't responsible anymore for her pain. When my husband and I weren't with her after hours, there was always someone with her, which was really important because I didn't want her to die by herself. And you just don't know when somebody's going to pass away. It was December. McCarthy Care Center was decorated for the holidays. So we walked in, and there was a whole crowd of nurses and staff and some visitors, and they were listening to someone playing the piano. We couldn't see when we first walked in. And when we came around the corner, we saw it was Carolyn in her wheelchair, in her dressing gown with her IV, and she was playing, she couldn't see anymore at that point, but she was playing by ear Christmas carols. And it was like her last hurrah, was the last time she was at a musical instrument. So one of the evenings that we were about to leave, Kaylee and Keisha said, we're not going home tonight. We're sleeping downstairs. It was really, really bad out. The streets were flooded. There was lightning and thunder, and Carolyn was very agitated. Kaylee and Keisha were with her. She passed away. That was a blessing. Those were a true testament of having these angels on earth, was the staff at McCarthy. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to go through the steps. It was confusing, palliative care, hospice at home, then hospice out, but you have to do what's the most important thing for your loved one.